morning, everyone. Today is my fourth collection obsession, and remember that all the people that are playing will be listed down below. And I didn't know what I was going to scrapbook. Well, actually, every time that I've done it, I never know what I'm going to scrapbook. But today I'm going to scrapbook myself. I was looking through some pictures, deciding what I was going to use next, and my husband's seeing these and he goes, "Oh, scrapbook those." And I'm thinking, I really have no love for these pictures, but I went looking then for pictures of myself, and I really only have Christmas pictures of myself, with the exception of I have one very blurry picture of myself. So it's like, okay, I'm just gonna scrapbook this because at least I'll have a picture of myself in there. I mean, I've done a few, but it's like, yeah, very few. It was unbelievable. So anyway, I'm going to use the gingham again, and I think I've used a little bit of this pink, and I'm going to use the floral this time, and I'm going to do a vertical, and I've already made some lines because I'm going to also do some rub-ons. But I think I might actually put these down before I do the rub-ons, which I really thought I would have to do it the other way around, but I'm thinking it probably doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm thinking this is close to straight since I do have a mark there, but I'm gonna double check it to be sure. Oh, and I've already matted it, the whole layout on this, the diagonal stripe, and that's when I told you I love a diagonal stripe, but I like it in the background because otherwise I don't really like a diagonal. Now a lot of you probably don't remember this, but diagonal striped skirts were really in style for a while when I was a kid, a teenager. And I probably had one, which I'm probably blocking from my mind. Okay, so there's the floral. Okay, and I do have it right side up because there is writing on these papers, so you kind of, it's good to keep your mind on that too. Okay, and now green is a color I cannot really wear unless it's very blue. So I thought, you know what, I maybe look a little tan in these. So I thought I'm gonna put myself on here because these other colors should kind of keep me from looking green. Yeah, my problem with green is then I look green. I know, what was it when, oh, it wasn't actually the green thing. I was gonna say when, years ago I used to work in a bakery, and in the winter time I became so pale that people were always going, "Are you sick?" I think I'm gonna almost butt this right up. Do you feel all right? And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm just pale. Okay. And I'm going to do a vertical, and then I'm going to do a horizontal too. Okay, and I'm going to use a little bit of the tickets again, and it's got the black with the multicolored dot on it. But I am going to, actually, I think I need to tape this down first. And this is one of the papers I was going to save it and just use it for die cutting. But I think I bought two of them because I thought, oh, I need green for die cutting. Oh, and I also, when I bought this, I bought an extra of the butterfly because I wanted to cut out butterflies and use it when I scrapped. And I hadn't done any of that. So this time I did cut out some butterflies today. I cut out about a third of the paper, I think. Okay, so now I'm going to use these, and I notched it because I wanted a strip of it, but I wanted it to go like the tickets are, so that way I think it adds a little more interest that it's not straight. And I'm kind of lining up this line and this line. I'm going to call that straight. And then I have these tickets, but on this side I'm actually going to use the dot. Because I don't want them to actually look like they're connected. Now this side I will. I want them to look like they're two different pieces of paper. Even though they're actually from the same sheet of paper. Okay. And now I'm going to use this, but I'm going to cut it in half. And I don't know if I'm supposed to cut the undersheet. I think I better, because I don't know if it's going to not work out right otherwise. So I'm just going to cut around this. And I'm going to use half of it at the top of this and half at the bottom. And where's my popsicle stick? Okay. Here's my bone folder. I thought, am I going to use the bone folder over the popsicle stick? Well, I guess that decision's been made since I don't see the bone folder. I know it's here someplace. Oh, if you hear a noise and then I jump up running, it's because I'm making vegetable soup, chicken vegetable soup. It was really funny when my mom was here. I made chicken vegetable soup, and she goes, "Huh, I never thought of chicken vegetable soup. I love chicken. I love vegetable soup." It's like, that's so funny because I make it all the time, but I just must never made it when she was here. Okay. Now I haven't really used, I don't think, any new Rub-Ons. I've used old ones that I've had for a long time. So I'm just wondering if these are faster, slower, easier. Oh, I left a little bit on the thing. And as far as this being like a, it looks like mixed media, so I'm sure it doesn't even have to be perfect. And part of it's going to be underneath here, and I missed a little. You know what? I'm going to rub it up here, because that way I got just a little bit more. And since we can't really see what it says anyway, let me have that too. Okay, so that was fun. I loved it. I was really excited to get to use a rub-on again. I had used one not that long ago, but it was an older one. Okay, and it's all right that this kind of comes off the edge here too, because I'm going to build up some flowers over here. I was looking to see if I actually had the words going the right way. I thought I did. Okay, let's see if I can get underneath it yet. Maybe the popsicle stick works better, I don't know. Okay, I think I pulled up a little here, or maybe not. I think it kind of looked like that. Yep, I got it all. Okay. Yeah, I've been wanting to use some of the Rub-Ons, and it's like, oh, I forgot to use them every single time. Okay, and then I want this one here. So this is just like so fun. Oh, I had an extra piece. Oh, it must be the between. One time I was cutting something. I don't remember if it was actually, okay, now I need to erase this. If I was cutting the Rub-Ons or what it was, but I actually cut it right in half. Luckily, maybe it was a Rub-On, but since I did it, it's like I just rubbed on it and it was okay. Okay, I kind of want this tilted this way because I'm going to put some butterflies over top of these. Okay, is it ready yet? Huh, I can't get underneath that. Does that mean it's not ready? Or it was stickier beyond where I thought? Okay. I think the old ones worked faster. The ones I had did. Oh, am I even in the? I was almost off the edge of the table. Well, I've still not finished doing my closet yet, but I think I just have 3 boxes left to go through, and they're skinny, and I think there's stuff well, one is like a menagerie of stuff, so it's like I don't think I'll be saving everything of that in there, but it's looking pretty good. I got rid of boxes of stuff. I mean, I'm really excited about that. My goal is to get a desk in there so I can film in there, because right now it's like every time anybody comes to visit, they either see, you know, my filming area, or I have to clean up. And when my sister and her husband were here, I still filmed almost every day. So it's like, yep, me and my sister, we just hang out, and I kind of plan a layout, and then the next day I would do that while she did something else, and and it was like always on the table. But I have a island where you can sit and eat, so that's what we did. Okay, I'm just kind of gluing these things down where I'm gonna probably overlap stuff. Oh, where's my eraser? So I want to, boy, I had one line really far away. So I just want to be able to have these things glued down that I'm going to put flowers over, and you know, normally I just don't even do this till the very end. But today I'm going to have a group of flowers here, so I'm going to go over that. So that should be pretty good there. Okay, where's my lid? Lost it. Oh, in my hand. Laid my hand down right on top of it. Okay, so that's I think that's the only ones I was gonna use. Okay, so I'm gonna move these out of the way. And this hair, I don't know how come I lose so much hair. Okay, so I'm using some of the die cuts. Oh, I never mentioned this, but when I got these, I ended up cutting a lot of the white area off. Just because I've been wanting to do that, and so it's like, I'm just gonna do that today. So I did cut a lot of that white off. this is, oh, I glued that down too soon because I'm actually, oh, there, I didn't glue that part down. Okay, that's good because I'm going to tuck this, the stem underneath, but let the leaves overlap, and I'm going to bring it down to where it's almost, I don't want the black to show too much there, but I want it there in case any of it shows. Does that make sense? Okay. Because I do want to see my rub-on. And then I'm going to put a little here and let it overlap somewhat the other flower. And that's going to be hard to tape, but I'm still going to tape it. Because I like the option of being able to still pull it off if I decide I don't want it there, even though I've planned for it. Because sometimes I get something down and it's like, no, it's not it. It's not it today. Okay, so I'm going to put this kind of at an angle so it overlaps onto my plaid. So it's kind of, you know, almost like there was part of a wreath or something. And then I'm going to put this blue down here. So yeah, you're not seeing too much of my black polka dot at all. I mean, peaks, that's it. Okay, now my leaves here. This was one piece, but I've cut it because I'm gonna use it in two places because it was too big in one, and that gave me a little bit extra to use in another space. And I'm gonna stick the three here, and I'm gonna push them in far enough that they don't overlap, because I hate a straight edge. I have cut things off, but it's something I don't like to do. And then this one has become two leaves, and I'm going to just stick that down here. And I'm going to stick it in far enough that you're not seeing that cut off branch part. And then I have, since I have these extra green leaves up here and some that you can see here, I'm going to take this and this one green leaf and just pull it down here so I have a little bit more green down here. Kind of tucked in there. Okay, and now I'm going to start my butterflies, because I've been wanting to use the butterflies. Oh, I think maybe I'll put my title on first, because otherwise I might get carried away and put it right where I don't want it. Okay, I was really looking for, what was I wanted my title to be. Excuse me. I was thinking something else, but I thought, okay, life is a journey works, and every time I want to use my letters, and half the time I don't end up using them. So I'm going to use them today. I thought, okay, life is a journey is good, because it's like, you know, I was searching for photos today of myself, so I felt like that was a journey. I feel like, I'm only in Christmas pictures. How about that? Okay, so then I'm going to put this is a journey. I'm just going to bring it down just far enough that it runs kind of right underneath the tail of the E. Okay. I keep knocking my glasses together. Okay, so now I'm going to just kind of get a plan for my butterflies, because I'm going to use a lot. Actually, I'm going to put foam on the back, so I'm going to pause a minute and stir my soup. Oh, it's a good thing I checked. My battery was dying. Okay, so I'm going to start over here. I've got this giant green butterfly. Oh, and I was just about ready to do a big no-no. Putting the foam down and not taping the middle. I would have had a big flat butterfly. Oh, somebody told me the little stamens for the flowers, that I could actually use them for the little antennae for the butterflies. So I will have to try that, because I always hate it when I cut them off, and you know, about every other time I cut them off, like today I did. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this one right over here, so it looks like it's by these flowers. Okay, and now I'm going to start down here, and I think I want this one. So since I cut the butterflies out, I thought I'm just going to use a whole bunch of them today. I love them. Okay. Oh, I feel sneezy. You know, I fought that cold for, head cold for like a month. I did have a little coughing fit today when I was talking to the neighbor. Oh, it's funny. Does anybody get that? It's called informed mail delivery or something, and you get a little email saying that, you know, you're going to get what mail you're going to get. And anyway, I looked at it today, and I don't look at it every day. I kind of look at it if I'm going to go someplace, but I didn't go anyplace, but I just checked it today, and it said I was getting mail for my neighbor. It's like they bothered to take a picture of it and send it, and it's my neighbor's mail. So we thought that was pretty funny, and she thought it was. She didn't know that you actually could have that, and I had just gotten an email one time about it, and I thought, oh yeah, that'd be great, you know, give me that, and you know, tell me what's coming, because like if you're gone and something comes that you weren't expecting, then you can always maybe call the neighbor to go get it for you. See, I could have called her and said, oh, go get the mail because it's yours. So that's pretty funny. Now this is a little tiny butterfly, so I actually won't be putting any foam pieces on this because it's so tiny. And I think I'm sticking that where I want it. I think just on one of these leaves here. Oh, and it looks like I need a bit of glue underneath here. I might not have put any tape on that one. So I kind of have, you know, what I want to say, it's kind of like it's almost like a wreath the way I have them going around. And so I'm going to put some over here now in this other, up in this corner. And should I put, is there a rub-on that would look good up in that corner? See, I kind of wish I had more vines. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that I would want to put there. So I guess not. Okay. Because I know I had only planned one right here. I just think these butterflies are so sweet. And I love it that they have a whole sheet of them, because it's like, from Minte, I bought the book called Wings, but it's like a lot, there was all different sizes, and many of them were larger, but I would love to have like a whole sheet that are like that size, but all different colors. I have some Jen Hadfield ones, but they're all, the whole sheet is same color. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this lid on here. Sometimes I have a hard time lining it up. Okay, now I either want to use purple or these orange, but like the real faint ones. I think I'm going to use them. I love how they look like water. And I think I'm going to put the bigger one down here. Aren't these gorgeous? I love their color. I love them when they look like water. I just think it's fun. Okay. One of those big ones up here. And one down in here, and a little one too. One more over here. And then another big one up here. Kind of want to slide it underneath that turquoise one. Now that it's laid down, just want it kind of tucked a little bit underneath there. Not too much. Let's see. One in here. I'm stuck. I'm going to add just a few more of the tiny ones. Maybe one in here. All right. So this is my last, well, it's the last day of the month. Tomorrow I'll show you my new collection obsession. So I'm going to go look and see what that's going to be. And, oh, I was going to add some words, because I thought, okay, since I was looking at photos and couldn't find any that I was really happy with, I thought, oh, I just need to love more and worry less about that. And you know how sometimes it's like, oh, I don't want my picture taken because I'm fat. It's like, you know what? If I keep waiting, I'm just going to be older. So it's like, that's what I've decided. Okay, so I'm using Love More, Worry Less. I'm going to use Carefree. Where am I going to put that? Maybe up in here. Kind of maybe tuck it a little bit underneath the leaf. Oh, but does it fit underneath that life? Yep, Carefree right there. And I want to use more. And where's the other one that I thought would be great? Celebrate every day. Okay. Where do I want to put that one? I've got two words here, but the one's part of my title. I want to put that someplace else because now it's bothering me. Okay, but I'm supposed to worry less. Okay, can I tuck it in here? I didn't plan on having to tuck. Okay, maybe I'm going to put them all at the bottom. Maybe one down here. And celebrate every day. I'm just going to put them all in this area. Because why not? I don't really have a title for this. My husband's like, who took that picture? And it's like, well, obviously you did because it was with a camera. And I said, it was probably a case of my hair turned out good, take a picture of me. And I need to do that more often. Because otherwise all my pictures are just going to be on Christmas. So thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Make sure you take pictures of yourselves and scrapbook them. And check out the other ladies and see what they're doing. And we'll see you tomorrow, and I'll show you my new collection obsession. Have a great day. Close-ups at the end. Bye-bye.